Hi guys, so I thought it would kind of be fun to do a walkthrough of Jacob's baby book. His baby book does go up, I think, until he's about 5, but I thought it would be fun just to kind of show you through what it looks like for us right now. So the front page was something I absolutely loved. Along came this little miracle, and no day was ever ordinary again, and isn't that the truth if you've ever had a kid? So if you first open it up, it is from Hallmark. It's just got a little Hallmark thing on it. You can remove that. I like that it's binder style. You can add or remove different things from it. And then on the very first page, it just has introducing me. So it has Jacob's full name, his birthday, and who bought the book for him. Then I like this page. There's a lot of things that I still need to add that we have sitting in his box of the baby book, just because I need to sit down and be able to do it one day. I want to do it before this next baby comes. So it just talks about like what day I was supposed to arrive, so his due date and his, actual date, and whether I was late or early, and whether we knew what we were having or if it was a surprise. And then it's got a place for a sonogram. And then it's just got some really sweet stuff here. It's got reaction about me, kind of before he arrived, and other names we considered, how we felt, what our hopes and dreams are for him, and other memorable moments from his birth and things like that. Then it moves right on to celebrations. So this was the baby shower, and so this is just a little excerpt from the baby shower, and then it has kind of what we got from who, all of the gifts, and then place for photos, which again I still need to add in. I have a ton of photos to add. Then we have my second baby shower that we did with the church, and same little setup there, place for photos and whatnot. We have more place for photos, and then the day he arrived. So it talks about, what day it was, what time he was born, how big, what our doctor was, his eye, hair color, all that sort of stuff, who visited us in the hospital, what kind of the first gifts he received was, and then his birth story. I really, really liked having this in the baby book, kind of just to showcase. I do have a video on this on my channel if you want to know more detail about it, but I really, really did like that. And then we have, I do have his hospital bands saved to put them in there. Then we do have his birth announcement here as well, which is just so nice to have. And then all about mommy, all about daddy. So I haven't really filled this in. There's gonna be a photo here and photo here. Then we have all about my friends and family. So we have my friends and acquaintances, and then we have like immediate family and other family, and then a place for a bunch of photos of people who love him. And then this page is I am home. So Friday, January 15th is when we came home, and then on the way home what we did, memorable moments from the first day home, and then visitors that came and helped. I haven't filled this in. I do know who came and helped the first few days, but I haven't filled it in just yet. And then there's another little just sort of blank page. You could probably write whatever you want there or put some more photos or whatever. I think a lot of this space here is for photos. So my first home, it talks about what our first home was, and who our room was decorated by and things like that. A day in the life of me. So I put here, I wish this was something that it had, but it says at 5.5 months old is when I did this. So like a typical day, I wake up, go to bed, noteworthy habits, what kind of baby I was, what I ate, what made him the most happy, what people make him the most happy, and funny things I've done. And then development, so this is just his chart, from birth to 6 months. I do have a few more that I want to fill out there as well. And then his teeth and how they came in, and I have a few more teeth to fill in as well. But I have all that written down, so that's kind of nice to just have. And then his tiny little hands and feet, they're so, so little. This was probably at about a month old, I think. We didn't do it right from birth, but I mean, very, very, very early on. And then my firsts, I think these are for pictures. I think you probably could write in a little bit here and then put pictures here. I'm not really sure because it doesn't really have anything to go with it. But we have lots of pictures and things like that, so I'm going to have that all inserted there. And then, of course, there is first tooth, first haircut, so, who cut his hair and all that sort of stuff, and a little place to put, his little locks. And then favorite things, and I filled this in at 1 year. I didn't want to do it all at 5.5 months or at one specific time. I wanted to make sure that I was kind of breaking it up because it's fun to look back at the different, favorites that he had. So whether that's blankets or sounds, toys, food, song, people, games, things like that. And then the world when I was born. So I still need to fill this in. I mean, it's easy to go back, especially nowadays with Google, to figure out the year he was born, kind of what all the events were. But he was born right at the beginning of January of a year of 2016. So I needed to wait until that year had passed by before I could fill this in. And I just haven't filled it in yet, so I've got to do that. And then these are just sort of headline clippings and stuff like that that we've kept from his first year of birth, which we really don't have. We did buy a coin package from the year he was born, and you know, there's certain little like ticket stubs and stuff that we could throw in here, but most of it we didn't keep. Then what things cost. I thought this was kind of a cool little page. It's fun to kind of look back on. And then holidays and celebrations, just some more places for pictures and things like that. And then my first, so there's my first month, and there's a place for a monthly photo. Again, I just have to place the photos in. I do have them, I just don't have them printed. And then just a little bit about like him, exciting things that he did. So when it goes 3rd, 4th, and all the way up to a year, with a place for a photo and things like that. Then it does have, I am 1 year old, so clearly I am behind because he just turned 2. So we have to fill in all his 1 year and his 2 year. But again, I kept really good track of everything on a calendar in his bedroom and kept all his cards and all that sort of stuff and took lots of pictures. So it won't be hard for me to fill out. I just have to sit down and do it. Plus, again, I wanted to make sure that we had gotten everything before I went ahead and finished it up. So then there's a 3 and 4 and I believe 5 years old, yeah. And then there's just some extra blank pages in the back. Finding a home, like if we had adopted and things like that. I really love this baby book. I'm hoping I can find one that's really similar to it for this next baby. I don't know what the name of it was called or anything, so I'm gonna have to go on Hallmark and try to see if I can't find one that's really similar. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I really love to look through it. I look through it more than I probably should, but I thought I would share it with you guys because it's always fun to see what other people's baby books look like. So anyway guys, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button to follow along, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.